What's up, my friends, family, and all you people? This is Jason Chanceless, and I am going to start reading the third part of Age of Apocalypse. Now we're actually going to get into the Age of Apocalypse. All we've seen was in the last two books. In the first book, we've seen kind of the setup. We kind of heard how it came to be, that we understand that
been in school
Charles, oops, that's my sister on that thing. Okay, we've heard that Charles Xavier died, and that he died, and that Magneto went on to found the X-Men instead of putting him in New York, put him in Wundagore Mountain. Those of you guys who know the lore, know the high evolutionary trait, the high evolutionary story, and all that crap in his labs understand the significance of being in Wundagore Mountain. That's where Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver spent most of their life, and that is where I believe Magda, the wife of Magneto, ended up, the mother of them. And Bova, their caretaker, is even there. She's a mutate who's a cow. Anyways, guys, let's get at this. Now we are going to actually see what is the Age of Apocalypse. It is a dystopian, dark, fucked up world that I love. And here we have Moondizzle. Moondizzle. Okay, Moondizzle. Let's read some X-Men, shall we? Tales from the Age of Apocalypse. There's Sinister, Scott, and Alex. Starring X Factor. Welcome to an alternate reality. A world where Professor Charles Xavier died before he could form his famous X-Men. A world where the dream of a peaceful mutant-human coexistence died before it was even born. A world where Apocalypse, the ultimate living example of Darwinism, rose to power upon the broken backs of humanity. Welcome to the Age of Apocalypse. 5 years ago, a new Colossus oversees a new America. When the Darwin overlord and Sabanor took control of North America, he commanded, "Give me your poor, your huddled masses, that I may destroy them for their weaknesses. Only the strong shall survive this age of apocalypse. But in what remains of New York City, even the strong must fight to endure. This is the new America. Welcome back." Had Charles Xavier and his dream of humans and mutants living in harmony survived, perhaps the old America would have as well. Perhaps the country would still open her arms to all tempest-tossed outsiders. That, however, is a senseless fantasy and pointless conjecture. This is reality. Scarab 9 in pursuit of an unidentified and wounded bogey. Scarab 4 scanning for life signs, can't get a clear read. Might be empty, might be a flat scan. Long live the Dark Lord. For those of you who don't know, flat scan is a racist term or a speciesist term for humans. So we have racial terms in real life, and I don't need to name them off. You guys know what they are. Well, if you're a mutant and you don't fucking like humans, and you want to say a derogatory term about their genetics, just pretty much racist stuff, but it's species, you call them a flat scan. I call a lot of people flat scans, actually. That's been in my vocabulary probably the last 20 years now. Boom! Hit. Target is down at 7. Mark 17 in the new. Target is down at 7. Mark 17 the new Nile. Pull into the cow. Put it in the cow. Put in the call to salvage. Definitely not one of ours, and it's not the Alliance's style to send a kamikaze. Crack it open, Private. Let's see what we have here. Oh God, Captain, you're gonna want to see this. Deep within the heart of Apocalypse is Manhattan 2 of New... why can't I read? I'm getting all excited. Deep within the heart of Apocalypse is Manhattan. 2 of the new aristocracy, Scott Summers, the rising star of the fast track to becoming prelate, and Alex, the younger brother, forever lost in Scott's shadow and hating every moment of it. Orphans of the war, taken in by the ruling family of evil, are at play. Don't fight more than you have to, Alex. Finish him. I'm going to murder this pathetic. They'll take advantage of your emotions, Alex. Focus. Scott, no. How disappointing. The object of this exercise was to teach you not to rely solely on your mutant gifts. As ever, you take the easy path to victory. You take the easy path to victory. That is why you will ever be second to your brother, Alex. Apocalypse's most trusted servant, the man known as Sinister, also plays the role of stern surrogate father to the Summers brothers. Put aside your petty jealousy. There is much Scott could teach you if you would but let him. Don't worry, you'll get him next time. Spare me the charity. Excuse the intrusion, children. I require the attention of our good academician. I love Mr. Sinister. Anyone knows me, he's one of my favorite villains, and the man is a villain. Sinister's brilliant prodigy, Dr. Hank McCoy, is so infamous for his cruel and unusually twisted genetic experiments. Hushed voices refer to him simply as the Beast. Salvage retrieved an anomaly that may interest you. The unknown craft? What about it? I think it would be better if we discuss this elsewhere. Up for a trip to the lab? Man, what a creepshow McCoy is. Word in the pens is he started experimenting on himself. Some people are just never happy being who they are. 5 years later, the present. It's been a difficult 5 years for the pilot of the mysterious craft which crashed into the New Nile. 5 years of being poked, prodded, cut into, and operated on every minute of every hour for every day. Such has been the life of Christopher Summers. Long ago he tried to smuggle his family to safety before Apocalypse's rise to power. Why and how that mission failed are a mystery, even to Christopher himself. The hope that he might one day find his orphaned sons is all that has kept him going, when a lesser man would have given into pain. For Christopher, he has reached the threshold which most people can't even imagine. His choices are simple: succumb to the pain and die, or fight back. Good afternoon, 9763. I see you're awake. Did you call for a doctor? You may call me McCoy. It'd be better if I called you dead. Burn in hell, monster. Well, curse my stars and garters. Sinister will not like this. Sir, are you all right? Ah, how agreeable of you to finally arrive. Catch it quickly. Kill it if you have to. No, Sinister will not like this at all. Must find my boys. I hope that's daylight up ahead. Oh my God, I'm in Manhattan. Look, it's all wrecked. What happened? What happened to... Stay away from me. Let me be. Find your own clothes. But I don't... Quickly, friend. The wagons are on their way. Come with me. What? All right. Moments later, inside a hidden bunker, the outsider is confronted by the arid scent of yellow newsprint. I've been away for I don't know how long. How did all this happen? When did the world go into the toilet? There was a war against humanity by the mutant population. Humanity lost. Apocalypse claimed Manhattan for his capital, but some of us can't let the old girl go. I'm sorry guys, I smile when they're like, the mutants fought humanity and humanity lost. I love Apocalypse. He is one of my villains. He's always been like one of mine up there, and so low key, I root for Apocalypse. I root for Sinister. I love those fools. I try to keep the flat scans like myself informed of the new apocalypse, of the news Apocalypse won't tell them. Sorry, too much time with the mimeograph and a man loses his social skills. Joe Robertson. I have friends I have left. Call me Robbie. If you guys are like, I think I know Robbie. Robbie is a dude. He's one of Peter Parker's friends for the Bugle. That's why he's holding a Bugle thing. He's a Spider-Man character. Wish it were under better circumstances, Robbie. I am Chris Summers. I remember fleeing the coming war with my wife and children. We crashed, I think. I remember waking up in a stranger ship, and then this gray monster was conducting tests. Chris Summers? But that couldn't have been that long ago. Everything's so different, so horrible. Is my family even alive? Summers. Not Alex and Scott. Yes, thank God you know my boys. Afraid I do. I'm so sorry, friend. They're alive, but I don't know if they'll be as anxious to see you considering you're human. And they aren't. I think it's time you had a long history lesson. far above the squalor of Joe Robertson's shelter, where our boys have quickly become men of power, an elite task force. An elite task force of mutants assembles. Sorry, I'm burping on this beer. Ladies and gentlemen, today I discovered just how gifted you truly are. This is not a routine prison break, children. One of the most dangerous men ever held in the pens has escaped. I would like him back. What's the big deal? I heard it's just a flat scan. Quiet. If Sinister says he's dangerous, he's dangerous. North Star and Aurora will be taking the point. I love seeing North Star like this. Gladly. The Bedlam brothers, Alkalites, will coordinate the hunt from the Citadel. Well, you're the boss. Emplet, you and the Monets will be our trackers. Delicious. Gen X. I'm saying what they really are in that real world. Well, not alternate reality. North Star and Aurora, Alpha Flight. The Monets actually all become one person. A Monet, they're all shattered stuff. And yeah, anyways. So let's see. So delicious. Sup later, Emplet. I want this one alive. Kill him only if absolutely necessary. Go. Alive? When is a flat scan of any value? Sir, shouldn't I be handling this? Learn to delegate responsibility. It will make you a better commander. But you're being groomed for more than combat, my son. You are destined to be leader. Thank you, sir. Oh, give me a break. Something's wrong. Why am I being held back from this mission? What isn't Sinister telling me? That's like the nature of Sinister. What is Mr. Sinister not telling me? So you guys know Mr. Sinister and Apocalypse are essentially this world's version of a retelling of Mephistopheles and Faust, with Mephistopheles being Apocalypse and Faust being Sinister. And you make a deal with the devil. For those of you who are like, what the fuck is Mephistopheles? And I'm not listening to Mephistopheles right now. But let's get back to this. Forget him, Alex. Let's get out of here. Don't you two have responsibilities? All in good time, Lexi. Right now, we deserve a little heaven. You don't have to have wings to enter Warren Worthington III's exclusive club heaven, but it wouldn't hurt. Only alphas, the superior homo superiors, may pass through the gates of heaven. Well, if it isn't Alex Summers and the Bedlam brothers looking for trouble, oh yeah, and you've got it on tap, huh, Wings? That and every brew we can smuggle out of Europe. Benjamin, everything's on the house for these gentlemen. Of course, sir. You're a prince, Warren. How about some company, gorgeous? Give me something dry. Oh, lighten up, Lexi. Amen, bro. Prelates don't have time for moping. The world is ours for the taking, Alex. Life is sweet. Yeah, clean up the human trash by day and then party the night away. A toast to Apocalypse. Yeah, well, life would be a lot sweeter if I were an only child. Joe Robertson shelter. Gutted like a fish. Guess our target is a dangerous man. Pretty but no sign of our mystery man. There's something wrong with this human. Yes, the meat is tainted. Somehow this one is dead, yet still alive. What, my God, it's moving. But not for long, foul creature. What a lovely odor. More than human, and somehow less. Very well then, the trail is still fresh. And now we have an idea why Sinister wants him back. Let's keep moving. Minutes later, 4 years the Lincoln Tunnel has been sealed at one end, immortalized as the world's longest road to nowhere. He's here. The stink of death is still fresh on him. The human has nowhere to run. The human has been found. Surrender now, and you will not be harmed. No, Robertson's weapons may have kept me alive so far, but against these guys, yes. You'll be a fabulous meal. A pity human flesh is so stringy. Never saw myself as a killer before. Guess in this brave new world, though. Like that reference. It's kill or be killed. Nuts. Guess they were traumatized by the violence. Poor kids living in a world like this. No, gotta remember, none of these creatures are really kids. They're nothing like my kids. Alright, look, I don't want to hurt anyone else. Just get out of here. Freeze, flat scan. You won't be warned again. Pitoyable, sinister made que la late dangerous, quel dommage. My God, that light. What on earth is this pair capable of? Better I don't find out. Do you honestly think your bullets will stop us? Nope. That's why I'm aiming behind you. Oh, gotta calm down. No, I'm losing. I'll kill you all. No, can't give in again. Must remain strong for my boys. Laughter, the rarest commodity of this age, echoes softly through the high walls of heaven. So I use my psionics to reroute Alex's comm to the loudspeakers, and Terry uses my mind scramble on him, and the entire parade heard the Alex Summers scream, "Jamboree, monkey, uvula, crunch." Ha 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 ha. Lighten up, Alex. You're almost as fun as your brother tonight. This isn't about fun, Terry. Why aren't you two at your posts? It's called living it up, dear brother. Remind me to introduce you to women sometime. We picked up the search team's emergency beacon. Something's gone wrong. We're going after them. Sorry, bro. You caught me on my night off. Wow. And then maybe I'll figure out why this whole mission has felt wrong from the beginning. 30 minutes later. Just a flat scan, eh, Alex? Would take a heck of a flat scan to do this. Must be nice being right all the time. They're not dead, but we'll need a med wagon. Timone 1, Timone 2, nothing, they're fried. It was always said too that the Monets back then, their minds are all shattered. There's 3 of them when they merged together. It was also suspected that, not suspected, but hinted at and said that they were autistic in these earlier books. And they wouldn't be the first special needs kind of characters to exist within the realm of X-Men, but like, yeah. 1 second. Alright, I'm sorry, I had to take care of something with a friend. So where was I? They're fried. Hit point blank, our dear Implate got too confident. I've got our runner. He's headed west. Into the Ghostlands. I don't like this. Our target could have easily disguised his signal. He wanted us to find him. Growing chicken wings, no fearless leader? Put a sock in it, Alex. It's showtime. Yeah, I love it when you talk tough. Hold up, I'm reading something. 3 clicks to your... What in the... Stay back. I'm not afraid to kill you. Wrong move, pal. Could it really be them? They look so different than I expected. If what Robertson told me was true, I'm planning to fight her, but I can't believe they'd really kill me just because I'm human. This ends. Now. Alright, I guess this is the end of the road. Way I see it, we've got 2 options here. You can knock me off just because I'm a flat scan, or you can spare the life of your poor old dad. I've missed you boys. No, you lie. I don't know what perverted game you're playing, flat scan. Stand down, Alex. There's something about him. Let's see. You always were the calm one, Scott. Though I had a hunch your brother would inherit his mother's fire. Sorry, I'm going to handle this. It's going to take 2 seconds. I know I'm recording and I'm filming, but let me see really quick here. All right. Sorry. Somebody's trying to scam me and I gotta call it out. Stand down, Alex. There's something about him. You always were the calm one, Scott, though I had a hunch your brother would inherit his mother's fire. Look, I know this must be difficult for you to accept. Difficult? Are you insane? Why would we find this difficult? This is a trick. Dad's dead. This is just some messed up scheme by the resistance. I only wish it were. Why should we believe you? Alex and I don't often agree, but he has a point. Hold on. Sorry, friends. Something of question is... There we go. Alex and I don't agree often, but he has a point. It's hard to know where to begin. So much has happened. I only recently remembered everything myself. It began when you were just boys. The world was about to change for the worse. The war was beginning. Naturally, I wanted to stay and fight, but a man has a responsibility when he's a father. We fit our entire life in the cargo hold of the Sensa. It was your mom's birthday. Free Canadian soil was going to be my gift to her. Daddy, what is it? I don't know. I'm sure you haven't forgotten that what we saw. And I know you've asked yourselves a million times when I threw you into the wilderness. You've probably hated me this entire time for that. Your mother didn't understand either. I was your father, and I had a duty to protect you. And that's what good parents do. That's what happened? Nobody knows that. It's really you, isn't it? If you loved us so much, why didn't you come back until now? Our real father would have never abandoned us like that. I can explain, though I'm not sure I want to. At first, I thought, and just so you guys know, in the comics, they were caught between a Kree and Shi'ar fight. The evidence is actually there that it happened in the MCU universe, all the way back from Thor 2. It's written on the board and stuff. But they were caught in a Shi'ar-Kree fight, and when the plane went down, the Shi'ar took in Christopher Summers and the wife, and they tortured him. They ended up raping Chris Summers' wife, and that's where Vulcan comes from. But this happened. Of course, Stage of Apocalypse. So some things happen the same but different. But yeah, at first I thought it was one of Apocalypse's crafts. But when that beam started pulling us up inside, I knew, as impossible as it seems, that ship wasn't of this world. They called themselves the Shi'ar, and they were terrible. We couldn't even begin to reason with them. They subjected us to all kinds of tests. They wanted to know everything about us. Catherine, God, please, the pain. Chris, fortunately, your mother didn't suffer. After they were through with me, they tossed me in their brig. Imagine being surrounded by prisoners from throughout the galaxy, all sizes, shapes, and colors. But we had a crucial thing in common, our hate. Those are the Starjammers in the comic. That's his team they go on space adventures with. We plotted for months before staging a mutiny against our captors. For years, we used the ship to take revenge on what remained of the Shi'ar Empire. It seemed they were losing a war of their own, but vengeance loses its taste quickly. I had to leave. I had to find you. We were on our way to Earth when we encountered... I never should have come back here. Good story. Whoever you're working for did a good job supplying you with information. But aliens, I don't think so. Maybe I'm clutching at straws here, but I believe you. Scott, maybe we should give him a chance. I want to believe you, Dad. I really do, but I lost you once before. I'm afraid I'll lose you again. Excellent breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Friends? Hardly. They're scavengers. Fan out. Scratch that. Go for the jugular. It's our only chance. No, you don't. You've been hunting scraps for days. You may be members of society's elite, but to us you're just a meal. Alex, help your brother now. You shouldn't challenge a cobra when he's hungry. You shouldn't challenge a prelate, ever. Thanks for your assist. Only helped because Dad made me. Just be thankful we're immune to each other's powers. I wish I were immune to getting hurled into granite. Why don't you know? Don't you know why you choose to pick this fight monster? Don't know why you chose to pick this fight monster, but it'll be a cold day before I give in to you. God, no, I feel it. It's coming on again. Must destroy you. No, can't lose control. Don't want them to see me like this ever. Just gotta relax. Impressive. Thanks. Amazing the skills you pick up fighting aliens. The other one? He's out for good. I know I never had a chance to really raise you kids, and this world you grew up in is pretty harsh. But I never imagined you'd be capable of doing the things I've seen you do. Our bikes were destroyed in the fights, and the weather's about to go to seed if it isn't safe here. We'll have to find shelter for the night. The old church will work. It's just as well we could all use the time to get to know each other. The laboratory of Sinister, where the storms are brewing. So what do you think, O merciful master? Do we have a winner? Stunning. This woman's genetic code may be the perfect complement to Scott's X Factor, assuming your golden child survives his family reunion. Amplay and the Monettes are worthless to us now. What makes you think the brothers Summers will fare any different? What's that? Yeah. The boys know how to take care of themselves, but you didn't tell me the truth about their father, did you? I thought as much. You do love your secrets, and that's Sinister in a nutshell. I wonder what would transpire if the siblings Sinister learned their substitute guardian had been using their bona fide father as a glorified guinea pig. All those years right under their prelate noses. Do not test my limits, McCoy. You may be brilliant, but you're expendable. Leave me. Still, he has a point. The situation is tenuous at best. Things could easily slip out of control, though only if I allow them to. An island shelter. Let me see where I am. Sorry. Someone's trying to catch me up on something. An island of shelter amidst an ocean of wastelands. This is bad. We'll never get this thing to work again, and we've got no chance of calling for backup thanks to the storm. What is going on here? Atmospheric interference? Must be from Holocaust's nuclear campaign in the Midwest. Holocaust is the adopted son of Apocalypse. So we're stuck here. What about him? Talk to him. Me? Why should I? 'Cause you're the only one who's ready to believe him. You're telling me you don't? Something doesn't add up. He claims he was captured and experimented on for years by Sinister. Sinister's been like a father to us. He shaped us. Why wouldn't he tell us if he discovered our real father? You tell me? You're Sinister's right-hand boy. What happened when you returned to Earth? I don't quite recall. You don't recall, huh? You're asking us to take your word over the man who's been a father to us. And that's the best you can do? Scott, I know I'm asking you to take a lot on my word alone. I need you to drop that shell you've developed for a second. We'll move out as soon as the storm passes until we can clear things up, though you're still our prisoner. I'm going to run a perimeter sweep. My way or the highway. Yes, sir. Prelates, long live... Prelate Scott, long live Prelate Scott. I can't thank you enough for letting me grow up with him. Impatient, stubborn. God, he reminds me of myself in a lot of ways. You, on the other hand, have got a lot of your mom in you, Alex. She'd be so proud to see how you've grown. I'd like to get to know you, both of you, better. Maybe then you'll learn to trust me. You know, it's good to finally be with someone who understands. For the first time in my life, I don't feel so alone. As lightning crackles from the heavens, memories of the past flash to life in the minds of Scott Summers. I remember the look on Dad's face when he handed Alex and me The one and only parachute. I remember the look on his face when he told me to be brave, to look after Alex. I spent years and years hating that face, and years longing to see it again. I don't know what's worse, if that man is truly my father, or if he's just a... What? This isn't right. This is obviously a scavenger camp. Must be a dozen victims here. So why are the scavengers dead? I've never heard of scavengers killing each other, ever, no matter how hungry they were. Their wounds look animalistic, but the meat's been left on their bones. Bodies are still warm. I'd better take a look around, whatever did this. Might still be here. No, stay away. A flat scan. What happened to her arm? Relax, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm here to help. Yeah, you prelates are regular heroes. My optic blast will cut through these chains quickly enough. What are you up to? I didn't realize that was Misty Knight. I wasn't a Misty Knight fan when I read this through its first run. What are you up to? Misty Knight's never taken help from a mutant before. I'm not about to start today. Just do me a favor and kill me now. You've been listening too much underground rhetoric. We're not butchers like the scavengers. Tell that to what's left of the families murdered by Apocalypse's dogs. We shouldn't stay here. Whoever did this to you may still be in the vicinity. So what happened? Why should I tell you? Are we going to have my trial tonight? Are we going to have my trial right here? I'm only trying to... Look, maybe you just caught me at a bad time, but I actually want to help you. Sorry, guess beggars can't be choosers. My friends and I were headed for Canada when the scavengers found us. They threw me in the dumpster, probably saving me for later. I don't remember when the scream started, but then when I heard the scavengers weeping, I didn't think I'd ever make it out. Oh God, no, please God. Friend of yours? Never thought I'd see you alive, Colleen. Oh, it's Colleen Wing. Come on, we have to keep moving. That body's still fresh. That isn't a body. That's my best friend. I never thought I'd outlive you, Colleen. Rest in peace, Colleen. Hopefully the next life will be better than this one. For those of you who've seen Iron Fist... Oh, look, I don't think Colleen Wing's in that. I think Colleen Wing and Misty Knight are in... I think they're in Luke Cage. I can't remember. Or Jessica Jones. I can't remember. But they're in one of the Netflix shows. I've seen them all, but it's so long ago. The only good Netflix show was Daredevil and Jessica Jones, and I don't think they were in Jessica Jones. I know they were in Jessica Jones. And 100cc HV twin line 4 stroke engine. I helped design them. Guess this one's taking its last ride. She's a beaut, all right. You should have seen the first time Scott tried to outrace me at that Jersey Turnpike. On your guards, gentlemen. Some predator is on the loose. It gutted most of the locals. Not now. No, not now. Who's the flat scan? Miss Knight was the only survivor. We don't have time to babysit this girl. I don't need you, prelate. All I want is to get far away from here as possible. Man, I love sleepovers. We need to get out of here now. No, we're too late. Scavengers, I wish they were. These people were dead 5 minutes ago. I've never seen anything like this. Well, you're seeing them now. What are we supposed to do? Kill them again? You'll need this, Misty. I'm so sorry about your friends. But we don't have a choice here. Impossible. What's going on? What's keeping them going? Die already. Don't let up. Keep... Mother? Colleen, please, don't make me do this. Nice to see you again, Misty. Care to join us? Oh, Colleen, goodbye. We're losing ground here. Fall back. Everybody fall back. Double time. Let's move, people. Let's move, people. Move. Try to put some distance between them and us. Split up and... No, sorry, Dad. We don't have one parachute this time. Wait, what's that up in this? Thank God. Who's the cavalry? And only an old pal of yours. Sinister. I don't know how you found us. Does it really matter? All that is important is that I'm here for you, as I've always been. I have a lot of questions for you about my father. I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid they'll have to wait. I don't think so. How dare you keep this from me? When were you planning to tell me? In another 5 years? Both of you, shut up. Something's wrong with Dad. Tried to fight it. Killed Robertson. Killed the others. Mustn't. Get away from me. It's taking control of me. Children, it's time for you to join the Brood. For those of you who don't know who the Brood are essentially the aliens from the movie Aliens. And they're essentially the aliens from the movie Aliens. And they eat people and they leave their eggs, and that's why all these dead are rising. When I found your father, he was already infected with an unknown strand of DNA. I didn't want you to see him like this. I'm sorry, my sons. You who prodded and cut into me, you will be the first to fall. Dad, whatever it is, you can fight it. Dad, no. Isn't this what you wanted, Alex? To be part of the family again? Don't give in, Dad. I am not your father anymore. There is no turning back for me. I just can't fight it anymore. Scott, please, son. Father. Just like Scott. Forgive me. Some of you may be wondering why Cyclops is a Cyclops. We'll get to that later in the story. Thank you, son. Shouldn't have come back. The Brood infected every species. The Brood infect every species they encounter. They got to the Shi'ar, and the Shi'ar got to me. I understand now why you came. I just wish I'd realized it sooner. Thought I could control the thing inside of me. I was wrong. Be stronger than your old man. Turn away from the road you're on. This isn't what I raised my sons to become. You boys are better than this. Be brave, Scott. Look after Alex. You didn't have to kill him. There had to have been another way. I had no choice, Alex. He would have killed you. He would have killed all of us. I'd rather die by my father's hands than be saved by yours. Enough. Scott did what was necessary. Once again, the strongest survive. Why didn't you tell me? I had hoped to spare you the pain of seeing him like this. Unfortunately, he escaped before I could find a way to remove his alien DNA. I should take care of the body. No, that's my duty as a responsible son. Defiant in the face of a pitiless storm, a conflagration rages against the blackness. Ashes to ashes, an ageless man impassively watches raw genetic stock enkindle, scattering magnificent secrets to the minds of eternity, while two boys dream of falling from the sky and bid their father a farewell for a second time. I love it. Sinister's just crying at the wasted DNA material. Alex, go to hell, Scott. You took him from me. The only thing I have left. I'll never forgive you for this. You were right, Dad. This isn't what you wanted us to become. Alex may never understand the gift you gave us, but I do. And maybe it's time for one of us started to make some changes. Stan Lee presented Tales from the Age of Apocalypse. The Age of Apocalypse, an alternate Earth from our own, where mutants have waged a genocidal war against humanity, all in the name of their leader, Apocalypse. Scott and Alex Summers, two soldiers in the War of Extinction, were orphaned prior to the emergence of their mutant abilities. Found and raised by one of Apocalypse's greatest generals, Sinister, they have been twisted into enforcers of evil. But now, the father who abandoned them has returned, and his influence will have destiny-altering repercussions for both the Summers brothers and the world they inhabit, unless the deadly secret Christopher Summers carries destroys them all. That's cool. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for checking out what I got going here. I'm going to keep up with this. I'll get on another book tomorrow. God, I want to read another book now. I love this. This is one of my favorite stories. It's one of my favorite arcs. It's just a dark world. Let's go back to the cover page. Just so while I'm talking, that's there. Oh, I guess. There we go. There we go. So again, thank you guys for listening. If you guys have pointers, I know I get distracted. I don't got a camera angle I like. But please follow with me. Please let's just check this out. Let's learn some comic shit together and all that stuff. Thank you guys very much. And for those of you on my Facebook and my other stuff, stick around because I will be jumping right back on to read a chapter of X-Men and philosophy. And both the videos will end up on my Facebook and my YouTube. Please show love and support and just check it out, okay, guys? Thank you very much. Mutant and Proud.